Seeing as I've already seen somebody on a pub do this before, I figure there is no reason in holding this strategy back anymore, so I'm just gonna explain it on YouTube now. MPN score tournament mode. There we go. So Borneo has always been a pretty good map in my opinion. I like it quite a bit, and when it was first played in UGC, nobody really knew how to hold first, and I saw half a dozen different holds for this first point by itself. Even we experimented with different holds at different times because we honestly the map was new. Nobody really knew what to do. I remember with my old team, I spent a good, I want to say 3 hours with a certain console command on so we could see the invisible walls, and we discovered a lot of cheeky roamer spots that a soldier could stand in, and I'm not going to reveal those right now, but this is more about the final hold that I'll explain the history of it. I've seen, excuse me, I've seen people hold here with their demo man, putting a sticky trap there, so when the medic and demo ultimately come out through here and try to push like this, they die to the sticky trap. I've seen stickies on the tree, I've seen stickies obviously on the spawn door itself. I've seen sentries in there, they suck. I've seen a sentry up there before, it did not work out well for them. I've seen sentries here. I've seen sentries actually here achieve mixed results, or was it in here? I don't know. I've seen sentries here, which isn't too bad, but nah, it's bad. I've seen the classic one that most people do, and in fact, most people suggest to do, is this one right here, because it's right before the point. You have an ammo kit and a health pack, and you can kind of stand back and spam it with your Rescue Ranger. This one isn't too bad, and this is what most people kind of settled on. The forward holds, people figured out that they really weren't worth it, and just overall, ultimately people figured out that this was probably the best sentry spot because you get a decently sized angle, and it's a very intuitive spot, and it works out. Now, recently, in the past year or so, people have realized that this spot, although good, is a little bit antiquated, and that's all because of a single revelation. And that revelation is that this point right here, is irrelevant. This does nothing. It does not change blue spawn, it does not change red spawn, it does not give you any sort of tactical advantage whatsoever other than setting a time limit. This point is useless. You could probably remove it and nothing in the map would change as far as this particular hold is concerned. Now, with that knowledge, after accepting that opens up your opportunities a lot, because you're not actually defending this point anymore. People would always put their sentry here, or there, or up there, or way forward over there, because they were trying to defend this point. But this point, as I said, means nothing and accomplishes nothing. What you're really trying to defend is that control point, because that control point is the one that changes the spawn for blue. It's the one that changes the spawn for red. It's what forces you to fall back, and so on and so forth. Now, with that in mind, what's the best place to hold? Well, obviously, you would say if you want to defend that control point, you would put your sentry in corn, as a lot of people I see. I do not need to talk to you right now. A lot of people put their sentry in corner, and this isn't honestly too bad of a spot. It's really nice in pubs. And it's good if you get a solid like forward hold, and they can't and you aren't forced back to the balcony yet. But we can do one step better, and that is holding in this room. This room right here is a very, 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 very strong hold. It is incredibly difficult to push into. If you put your sentry on top of these boxes, I feel like whoever designed this map knew about this, and they kind of like put that crate there to make it a little bit easier. And then you put your teleporter here. Here's not bad. You can put it a little bit farther back here. That wouldn't be too bad either. I like it there. You can put it super forward here, but that's not a good idea for a variety of reasons. You can put it over here because our dispenser is not going here or really near us in any way. It would be nice to put it near us, but it is key to put the dispenser right here. Notice how you put it in between these two wooden plaques, because that way it can't be splashed, at least not from a reasonable angle. And your sentry goes there. Now, as I said, red spawns have not changed, because again, this point does nothing. If you take nothing away from this video but one thing, take away that this point accomplishes nothing. Now, with your sentry here, it is very easy to wrangle. It doesn't really cover anything, and it looks kind of stupid, but we're not trying to cover the tracks, because this point is useless. That's right. We're trying to defend the second point. We're trying to, like, if anything, defend the sentry. Like, it's kind of oxymoronic that you're using the sentry to defend itself, and you're more using it for its intended purpose, that of defending your team, and your team is defending it. Now, when your sentry's in here, they have to Uber from this room. And as you can see, this sightline is perfect for wrangling down whatever Uber comes that way. Now you might say, what's stopping them from Ubering through here? This looks like a pretty easy like spam line for a Demoman. Well, your team is. Remember how I said you have to put your dispenser there? Well, guess who's going to be here? A pyro. Or a heavy right behind this, right on this staircase. If you're a heavy and you're hiding here, and you're taking ammo from there, it's just a short walk, and you're just constantly revved up with a Natasha or with the Tomislav or whatever, you can just pretty much at this distance instantly kill whoever you want. If somebody tries to cross past this threshold, they will die. Or they'll take like 70 damage and run away and yell at their medic to heal them. Either way, the area denial provided by a spun up heavy right here is incredible, and you can just keep the focus onto the heavy, or the heavy can just keep the focus on this corner. Bam, get some ammo, and rotate right back. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If your pyro is here, your pyro can again help out your heavy by spamming out anybody who tries to come here and reflecting projectiles if they try to spam from that corner. And your pyro can also, you know, spy check, oh, Uber's coming in, pop the Uber on the pyro, just use it on the pyro, you don't even need to use it on the Demoman. You can flash the Demoman, but if you use it on the pyro, you can just stuff the Uber, Wrangler into the corner, bam, minigun from the heavy, no more Uber. They have to use from this doorway. And you know that they have to use it from this doorway because you got a freaking heavy camped right here, a pyro right here, a sniper parked here who's just peeking this constantly. They can't push in through there. They're peeking a sniper and the heavy that I spoke about earlier. Sniper can also be on this this point, which is also very effective. Your medic's gonna be camped right here, I guess. Yeah, that looks good. Heal the pyro. Your demo man is just gonna be kind of hanging around these boxes, maybe overextending just tiny little bit past here, getting some spam onto the cart. Keeping people out when you Uber, maybe you can flash him and he can overextend a little bit over, then come back. You know, he can just kind of be patrolling this area. In that case, maybe a teleporter farther back would be better. If your medic is going to be standing here anyway. Point is, this is a very, very powerful hold. What? Oh, soldier. Soldier can... your soldier can be roaming, he can do what he wants, he can jump past here, try to spawn camp, he can give extra support to the demo man, more spam, he can help out your pyro and demo man, or not demo man, and punching dude, minigun person, heavy, in the corner. He can just kind of like hang out on this, have the high ground, spam rockets. This is a very cheesy sightline that you can use as a what's it called? As a soldier. You can stand up here. Hold on. Can you do this as every class? I'm pretty sure you can. Huh. Could have sworn. Point is, you can stand on this rock as a soldier, also spamming that sightline. I'm pretty sure there's a small corner, a little edge or leaf that you can indeed stand on as a soldier there that's technically inside the map, somewhere in there. But again, like, he doesn't have to worry about anything because, again, your sniper's probably going to be here, or here, or here, or one of the other millions of different sightlines, and they can just back each other up. Your scout is, I don't know, probably like jacking off in the corner, not doing anything. I'm pretty sure, like, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that on this point, the scout could, you know, go AFK next to the dispenser for like 10 minutes and come back, and nobody would ever notice that he was gone. So the scout, you can basically do whatever you want. Throw out some mad milks, give your power classes some support. I don't know. Do whatever you want. Your class is irrelevant on this point. Spy. I don't know. Do spy things. I don't know what freaking spies do. If you're the engineer, literally all you have to do is wrangle when they Uber and shoot people down and check for spies. That's all you have to do. Do the old pivot jump just to make sure you don't get backstabbed right when they're Ubering. Not that it's going to matter, because even if you do get backstabbed, the Ubers are probably already going to be faded, and you just respawn and build everything again. This room is one of the most powerful rooms, like, in of pretty much any payload map I've ever seen. And the best thing about it, the absolute best thing about it, is, repeat after me, this point is irrelevant. So if things go south and you lose like 4 players in an Uber,
backing up.
Guess what? You have a whole other half hold worth of stuff that you can do. You just reset in a different room. Sniper here, soldier here, medic here, demo man here, heavy here with the Spencer. It doesn't end. you just move on from holding in this room to holding in that room. And it really is that simple. And you know what? Oh, they took control of corn faster than we thought. Fall a little bit further back to here. And you're still defending this second point. It is incredible the amount of like mobility that just like holding in there allows you to do. Now, as I said, you don't necessarily like everybody know like okay. As I said before, you don't really need to like set up here right away. What most people will do is indeed hold their sentry on this spot and kind of bait it slightly, maybe let somebody shoot it a couple of times, but once it drops below half health, just rescue ranger it away, and then set it up here with little to no issue. And then, you just kind of like half-heartedly hold this point. Your sniper's going to be behind that rock. Your sentry's going to be here. Engie's here just ready to rescue ranger it. Power class is doing power class things. They push in, pull it away, do exactly what I did. No problem whatsoever. Yeah. That's Borneo.